But as the attacker can also take your stuff. So like one forward operating base that you have gives you a lot of metal, let's just say, like a very good supply of metal. So it's like that's making you pretty happy. But if someone decides to invade that base, they can turn around and say, you know what, I'm taking that, and they'll use the Fulton recovery system to take those crates. And because you have soldiers posted near there, they're going to see this and they'll, raise the alert. There are other features which are shown on the iDroid, which tells you, what is mainly where the enemy player kind of goes all the time. And, hang on. It shows you, like, the enemy players, not their patrol, kind of like, what route they took to get to these things. And that's where you can change and adapt to every situation. So you make it harder for next time if someone was to invade you, they won't be able to take the route, which was the easiest, so now they have to adapt. But that's just, the forward operating bases and the command platform, what it does. You have a combat unit, so this is where your units will, I'm going to guess, is it's the home base for the combat teams of the Diamond Dogs for Mother Base. And I'm going to guess it's like where they probably train, where they get better at shooting maybe, and I don't know, maybe other things as well. It has many different things attached to it and whatnot, and I'm guess as you upgrade it, you'll perhaps maybe able to help with your soldier's progression into becoming a better soldier maybe. I can't really say. The research and development platform is where the R&D team kind of is stationed all the time. Is where they're stationed all the time. They help develop weapons, items, equipment and other stuff. And I'm going to guess they might help develop the next Metal Gear or help customise the next Metal Gear. Can't really say. And there'll be perhaps maybe more than one of these R&D platforms for better research and development rating. I can't really say. You have a base development platform. So this is like, it might be just a one platform thing or maybe two, and this will help you develop the base maybe more efficiently. I really don't know, since this is a new thing. We never had this on Peace Walker, so this is a new strut or platform. You have a support platform which helps you, well, the clue's in the name. It gives you extra support on the field. So if you want to have a PEQUAD, which is the helicopter unit, to come into, I don't know, help assist you, that probably is part of it. Also, items might get to you quicker as well if you request for a change in suit or request a weapon, or maybe request a support button. They arrive in much more quicker time, maybe, who knows. Intel, again, the clue's in the name. This is where your intel is kind of like your key feature in the game. So instead of you walking in blindly to a small base, maybe even to a large enemy base, your intel team will be able to provide you with intel to say there will be 10 soldiers posted here, and this could be like their patrol route, maybe. And not just that, the intel team will also help you with language kind of issues. So say you wanted to interrogate a Russian soldier. Because he's going to be speaking Russian, you can't understand him. So you'd have to go out in the world and find a Russian soldier that speaks English, and you recruit him, and you're able to understand what the Russians are saying. So that means you might be able to listen in on to certain radio messages to understand the situation that you're going in, whether they are alert or they're not alert, and what they are generally talking about should like their tactics change. So say like if you were getting a load of headshots to the head with, let's say, a tranquilizer gun or any kind of gun, the next time you move into an area, the soldiers might change and adapt, and they might say, they'll talk about something that maybe you have been doing, and you'll be able to understand. You'll go, right, they're wearing helmets now, I got to adapt. So you got that. You also have a medical platform. This is where doctors and nurses will be located, and this is where they'll be treating wouldn't say very sick patients, but anyone who's injured. So if you send a soldier out into the field and he or she was badly wounded, you can bring them. They'll come back and they'll be sent straight to the medical bay of the medical platform. Sorry, on the base. Sorry, just a bit of a sore throat. So moving on, we've got an animal conservation platform. So animals are apparently back in Metal Gear Solid since well, I'm going to guess since 4 maybe. But animals that you can truly interact with. No, Metal Gear Solid 3, so animals that you can truly interact with. I wouldn't necessarily say that you can kill these animals, but I don't know if eating them is part of Metal Gear Solid 5's thing. So you can capture animals and you can send them back to your base, kind of like to have your own private zoo, let's say. And there's also a quarantine zone. This is another new platform. I think this platform might be just one platform on its own, but it won't be connected to Mother Base. Like there won't be a bridge between the quarantine zone to the main base. And the quarantine zone is generally where if a soldier is in quarantine for whatever reason, it's because he's got a very bad disease. And in the past trailers that we've seen, there seems to be a couple of people who are carrying around this disease kind of thing. So it could be fox die or a very early version of it. So, you know, they don't want it to spread. You don't want it to spread around your base. So any of these people that maybe you find and you bring back via Fulton, I'm going to guess, they stay in the quarantine zone until they are clean, I'm going to guess. And then you've got the brig. So this is where, if you were to recruit the enemy soldier via Fulton Recovery, which is the main thing all the time, they will be sent to the brig and they will eventually change their opinion. I think the brig is located on the main base, so you're able to go to this and perhaps see the soldiers that you have recruited in cages, outside and maybe inside, and just, you know, maybe you can hear them having a conversation with one another, saying, you know, oh, I really hate being in this brig, I am really thinking about joining this unit because it sounds, you know, right, or maybe because they're fed up of being here. I really don't know. But the brig has been part of Peace Walker's Mother Base, and generally the next time you go back, they kind of join. But this might be a longer process for certain units that you capture, who knows. And there is a mailing system, so if Snake was in a box and he was at this mailing place, it's kind of like a fast travel thing. So what will happen is Snake's box will be picked up with him inside, and he'll be transported to another place which has the mailing system in it. So it is kind of like fast travel, and this fast travel mailing system isn't just on his base, it's also around the maps of the world of MGS. So in Afghanistan, you might find a mailing zone there, and it won't be like your units picking it up, it might be Russian units or the natives' version of it. And in Africa, it's probably another enemy soldier unit who'll pick you up, or it'll be the locals who pick your box up and they'll move it to wherever you're going. The base can be customised in 3 different ways. You can customise the emblem of that's on the base, or the emblem that the soldiers wear. So in the case of Snake, Snake has 2 emblems. One which is the Diamond Dogs unit, which is on his left shoulder, and on his right, well, it's changed over the trailers, but from what I've seen on the right, it was MSF, but then they change it to DD to represent Diamond Dogs, and it won't be just like on Snake's shoulder, it will be like on the other MSF soldiers, not other MSF soldiers, but other Diamond Dog soldiers. And the avatar, I'm going to guess that means the avatar on the base. So instead of seeing like the Diamond Dog logo on certain parts of the base, you might actually see, I don't really know, whatever you want to put on there, I'm going to guess. And there's different like things that you can change to kind of suit your own thing, I'm going to guess. I mean, I really don't know, to be honest. We're only going to know about these more when we fully get the game. Really. Talking 20 minutes here. Ooh boy. So, yeah, this is about Mother Base. And tomorrow will be day 3. 3 days. So I hope you enjoyed this video about Mother Base and everything else. So I hope you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.